Hello friends and colleagues, my name is Konstantin Gritskevich, and today I want to show you real masters, my real interview with one of the largest ship management companies in the world.
So when you've been on these class 3 ships, do you have SIRE 2.0 rating?
Yes, sir. I had SIRE 2.2 ratings. Yes. This.
And what was the trading area?
Trading area: Persian Gulf to China. This like this.
And waiting where?
Waiting war in China.
By whom?
By the last one by Enoch.
And what kind of observation you get there?
Only minor observation, not critical, not related to the crew. It was like four observations.
I saw these vessels, they were quite older.
Yes, we were quite old. We managed sometimes difficult situations with generators, with main engines and repairs.
Okay, what crew nationality you work with?
I had experience with Filipino, Indonesian, Indian, East Europe, European, so mixed.
Mixed?
Yes.
Okay. I saw your visa US expired.
Yes, sir.
Is there any possibility to renew?
Yes, why not? Now from Kazakhstan, maybe from Georgia.
Okay. So they are still doing it.
Yeah.
When was the last time in US?
The last time in US I was as a chief officer in 2019.
Okay. So, loading in Persian Gulf, where will you load?
Amman, Basra, Amman. Also I have experience Saudi Arabia, so Rastanura, Amman, STS near Iran. I have plenty. Also sometimes just STS Malaysia area, so outside port limits.
Okay. Okay. So US was not recent. North Europe, Rotterdam.
No, because this is mostly I work on VLCC. The last 5 years I worked on VLCCs.
Yeah, Rotterdam is for VLCC.
Yes, Rotterdam for VLCC, I know that, not this region. Africa, Venezuela, Caribbean,
Okay.
West Africa.
So you've been in Venezuela also.
West Africa, yes, Venezuela.
Where? In Venezuela, where you load? Was it SBM or alongside?
SBM. Jose terminal, yes, Jose.
Okay. Okay. You work with full like this?
Yes.
Okay. What is the difference between safety contour and safety depth?
Safety depth is based on vessel draft, squat, UKC policy, some environmental conditions, and safety contour is derived from the safety depth and highlights safe and unsafe waters, which I actively use for route monitoring.
Okay. And how you divide the safe waters and non-safe waters related to the safety depth?
I use.
So, for example, on a VLCC, you have, let's say, 20-meter draft, and you calculate safety depth 22 or 23, let's say. So, how you ensure that you don't go on the depths below 23 meters?
No, of course, I check this route checking, yeah, and
that one, yes, correct. Yeah. What else?
I apply some also conservative margin in shallow waters.
But what you do on the Egdis?
On the Egdis, it's marked by safety contour is marked by colors. Yes,
safety contour, yes, but the safety contour is the 30 meter. So how you enter to the berth where it is safe draft of 24 meter or 23? You apply any thing on the Egdis in order to see it or to make sure?
No, any crossing of the
safety contour.
Any crossing of safety contour, yeah, should be planned, justified, and monitoring.
Right, I agree, but how you ensure also do not go on 20-meter depths?
I use another safety devices, like I am closely monitor echo sounder, GPS, and other sensors which is connected to this.
I know, but my question was what you do. You don't do anything else in Egdis, like limiting danger line or whatever?
Yeah, of course it's manually drawing the lines and some isolated dangers. Yes, it should be marked on the chart. There's no graders. Parallel indexing also using.
Okay, what are the compulsory 3 sensors connected to the Egdis?
So 3 compulsory sensors connecting to Egdis is gyra, compass, speed lock, echo sounder.
You said correctly.
Gyro,
speed
lock, and GPS. No.
Yes,
GPS, yeah. No, also echo sounder and there is.
It's correct. No, this is not compulsory.
No, not compulsory. Yeah.
Compulsory, there are only 3. You can connect 100, I don't care.
Yeah.
But in order to be class approved as Egdis safe for navigation,
yes, sir,
you need 3. You need to know where you are. You need to know where the direction you go and the speed.
Yes, sir.
So these are the 3. What about the compulsory alarms?
compulsory alarms.
There are 5 that we are talking about ECDIS.
So crossing safety contour,
Correct?
then XTD alarm,
Correct?
and crossing safety contour, alarm.
Yeah, these are the most important.
Change of course, alteration of change of course.
This is
And some sensor failure using
yes,
and
geodetic down. Data.
yes.
Sensor failure, correct. What do you do in case of sensor failure? Let's say position, GPS.
I immediately switch to backup to backup of this. Verify
Yes.
vessel position using alternative means.
Correct.
Inform bridge team and reduce speed. Also increase lookout. So this one
And use,
that recording.
and this is valid not only for position but for other sensors like manual speed, like direction, etc. What it is, CATZOC?
CATZOC. It's category zone of confidence. It indicates the accuracy and reliability of hydrographic information on chart, on vector chart.
What do you do in case you cannot comply with the UKC policy?
In case I cannot comply with UKC policy, I inform company, make a proper risk assessment. Inform marine superintendent, make a proper risk assessment, and
Collect data as much as possible from agent, pilots, whatever.
Yes, from the local yes.
Okay. You said previously that you check the passage plan on the ECDIS. How you do that?
Passage plan. I use route monitoring. This checks XCD if crossing.
And you have 15 alarms.
15 alarms, yes. And no, the main one 5 we said already. And like this check all the relevant the relevant dangers, such as crossing safety contour, crossing TSS, crossing this safety contour. So all here shows the information, required information, and show
what
the
is
alarms.
isolated dangers?
Isolated dangers, yeah.
What there are isolated dangers and how they look on the ECDIS.
Normally I can put it's like a cross, you know. And
what that mean?
I can check, click on this object and check if the
check what it is. Yes,
yeah, what it
absolutely.
is. And
can you see the isolated dangers inside the safety contour?
Yes, we can see.
How?
Inside the safety contour.
not on default. You need to do something.
Yeah, we need to, this should be
Tick.
tick on it, yes, and then check.
And in case you are not sure what you have to do.
In case I'm not sure for what.
If you see all the isolated dangers inside the safety contour, what you need to do.
Oh,
For a short period of
actually,
time.
I checked this CATSOC means the reliability information. Yeah, I checked how is this
I know,
reliable
okay,
information.
it doesn't matter so much about it.
Mm-hmm.
Need to reduce the safety contour
Ah,
for a short period of time to make it white,
yes,
that area,
yeah,
and automatic this will come up.
yeah,
And just put again and check if it is same.
yes, correct.
So this is very important because once, especially the VLCC, in many places, they go inside the safety contour,
Yeah, yes,
and you are not sure if all they see in the screen. So for a short period, for a look ahead, or during the planning and checks, you can reduce safety contour, put it, let's say, for 20 meters if
yes,
you
and
have
then
this
we
bit.
can, yes, and then,
And you can see all the dangers and your course and all this. The cross track should be small or big in open waters.
should be big.
Yes, why?
In open waters because we can have maneuverability, yeah, distance.
This is one of the reasons. And second reason it is that exit is computer. So you give small cross track, you will check only this much. You give big, you will check also this one. Because if you give small, let's say half mile, you will check only half a mile. And he said all okay, but with the VLCC when you avoid some collision, you go 1-2 miles away. So that was not checked previously.
Yes, sir.
So it's better, especially during the planning and checks, you can increase this cross track to check more wider area left, right of the track. Okay. You said you've been in Basra.
Yeah.
What's the maximum sailing draft from Basra?
21.
Anyhow.
We have 20.5, something like this.
Okay, anyhow, doesn't matter. What is the minimum UKC required for the Malacca Strait and Singapore Strait? As per the rules. I said minimum, a number.
Number 1. 3.5. I don't. Yeah, 3.5.
It's 3.5 meter, it's compulsory, so you need, for example, for one bottom bank, what you need to do?
We need to plan for this tidal, all this UKC completion and for the tidal window.
Yes, so you have a window, and you have Eastern Bank, you have Batu Baranti.
Batu Baranti, yeah.
Okay. Did you? I mean, you have experience to the ship-to-ship and SPM, correct?
Yes, STS operation.
For ship-to-ship, what checklist do you have?
No, this checklist is taken from this board, yeah. This ship-to-ship checklist. You need to fill up all this from 1 to 7. This checklist.
Do you remember what is number 1, 2, 3, 4?
I don't remember exactly the name. The one is pre-planning, we will change information.
Correct.
So, which at least is pre-birthing, pre-planning, pre-birthing,
Yeah.
pre-commence,
Number 4.
pre-commence discharging, operation pre-commence,
Prior discharge.
prior
Yes.
discharge.
Okay. When do you need to send the ship shore safety checklist?
When?
Yes, when you started.
No, before commencement of operation, I need to send
No. Before arrival.
no, before arrival, yeah, I mean,
The part 1, 2 of the checklist is before arrival. Because you are sending as a master. It's completed by chief officer, but you send it, so you need to know. Okay, do you know what means sloshing?
yes, the sloshing effects, when there is some space in the tanks, sloshing effects,
And what can happen?
it could effects on the structural condition of the tanks.
Yes, what is the most important
Increase,
things?
yeah, it increases stresses to the hull, to the,
That one is stability.
yeah.
So stability is one thing, damages is another thing. I ask you what damages can occur in a VLCC
During sloshing, yeah.
during sloshing, yes, inside the cargo tank.
No, they could damage some pipes and some damaged
Pipes,
equipment, yeah.
yes, pipes, valves.
Valves, yes, effects.
So you need to avoid
Avoid sloshing, avoid too much empty space, yeah.
yes, and in case it is a charter request, you need to inform company immediately,
Yes, sir, yeah.
because this sloshing can damage the cargo system.
Yeah.
Okay. Where for a VLCC, where are all the pipes and cargo valves?
Inside the tanks,
I know, but which one?
in center tanks.
Correct. Very good. Okay, how do you avoid damaging the cargo pump separators before discharging?
Before discharging, yeah. Should be good trim.
No, before discharging you don't have to trim. Before discharging is even kill.
No, okay, yeah. To avoid, you mean this hammer effect, yeah? This hammering effect for the line.
Yes.
No. Yeah, we should fill up the line correctly to the separator.
What means correctly?
To avoid this air
Bullet effect.
this hammering effect, yeah.
So you need to operate the valves how?
We need to operate from manifold to the separator.
No,
No,
from the manifold.
I mean we
From
should.
the cargo tank you open only crack.
No, crack, yeah, of course, crack.
Okay.
Easy open, then.
In case you need to do crude oil washing, how many tanks should be washed?
No, according to MACOL, 25% of the tank should be washed. Yeah,
Plus,
as per the weather plan.
what kind of ballast treatment system you use before?
Electrochlorine.
Did you ever use ultraviolet?
I don't have experience with ultraviolet, but only with
Okay, for the electrolyzing and
chlorine.
what is the precaution for entry in the power cycle.
Atmosphere should be checked thoroughly, ventilated.
I know, but because of the electrolyzing, you should check something else except the normal gases. You just said
Chlorine.
yes, chlorine.
Chlorine we should check it.
Yeah, because chlorine it will be present. Oh, normally it's not high values, but
Yeah,
who knows?
it's only,
Who knows?
yeah, after ventilation.
Yeah. Okay. The neutralizers, where they should be kept, and what you need to show to the vetting inspector if they ask. For ballast,
Yeah. Where they
you
should,
have
where they,
neutralizers, correct?
yeah, where they should be kept, yeah.
Yeah, because on the majority of the ships, how you keep the neutralizer in what?
In special box.
There are bags. There are
Box bags, yeah.
many bags,
Yeah.
especially for a VLCC because it's using a lot. So you need to have a good space, ventilated. You need to have it MSDS, etc. And all this precaution should be checked and kept ready for inspection. Okay. When you receive the inquiry for the next cargo, what you are looking for?
Inquiry. I look for the.
Normally, charter send you.
Yeah, normally charter said.
We need to load one cargo, 3 cargos. I don't care.
Yeah.
So what you remember, no?
Yeah, I check load line. There's
Yes,
very
bravo.
load line. If we can load this cargo, we check stresses, bending moments, steering
Of course,
forces.
yes.
Yeah. Draft limitations in the port of discharge. And
And load.
yeah. And the cargo temperature, which we need to keep during voyage.
Like you cannot keep on in the VLCC.
No, VLCC, no, yeah. This is smart. So, draft
Yeah.
limitations, load
Okay.
line, if you can,
And when
load.
you receive after that, let's say they agree with the storage plan, you need to make it
Yeah,
and to
so,
send them
yeah,
and agree.
yeah.
And after that, they will send you voyage orders.
Mhm.
What contain voyage orders?
Так, voyage order. Voyage instruction, including, normally include loading, discharge port, cargo grade,
Yes.
quantities, temperature limits, lay time, some
They
maybe
can.
bunkering information, yeah. And
Okay, not exactly there,
No,
but
yeah,
it
yeah.
can be, yes.
yeah, speed, which we need to keep, and is some reporting requirements. Yeah.
Reporting every day,
Yeah,
reporting
reporting
departure,
requirements,
arrival, agent details, and
Yeah,
one
agent-
very important is the incident reporting.
Incident report.
Did you ever do this incident reporting?
Yes, I do. Incident reporting.
So, in case you have an incident, let's say you are going to SBM and you have some small leakage at the manifold, but
I have
No
another
problem.
incident
after
in Yemen.
Sorry?
Yeah, I have incident, especially during SBM in Yemen. One rocket fires to the SBM Manabui, yeah. That when we was very rapidly disconnecting and report to all this the authorities.
Yeah.
On this.
But also, if it is, as I said, even at a small incident, not only big one, this was a big one, what you had, but when you have also small incident, need to be reported immediately also to the company.
Company, yes.
So, us. So, this is very important that after that, somebody will tell you what to do next.
Yeah.
To whom else to report.
Yeah.
Keep in mind, which is very important, that the master is hired by us and we need to be fully informed and we said what and how.
Yeah, all information should be logged, saved, and the company informed, of course.
Okay. In case you have a cargo difference between shore and ship more than 0.3%, what we have to do?
You mean during loading, yeah?
Yeah, after loading. Yes.
After loading. No, I should inform, of course, my marine superintendent. I will inform it. I will not sign also the charter, yeah? I will.
Yes, of course. Yes.
I will inform
So
this.
you need to
I
inform
will
operation.
Yeah, operation.
Because it's an operation,
Yes, operation.
Recheck. Maybe it
Recheck,
was a
regauge,
mistake on one voyage, gauging again,
receipt.
and so on.
Yeah,
So
if they
it's
allow me
like
to sign, okay, then I can sign bill of lading. If no, then okay.
without their approval,
Without their
not sign
approval, I
it.
can't sign this different.
Okay. Give me a few examples of letter of protest
Letter of protest. So
issued by you.
issued by me. Okay. This restricted discharge rate due to
Correct.
shore facilities. Then so this yes, restricted rate. What else? Slow down. It's not so this slow loading rate.
But anyhow, yeah, it's quite high.
It was 9.5. So yeah, so restricted
Do
rate.
you've been in a lot of high risk area? Tell me what's the difference between MARSEC level 1 and MARSEC level 2.
Okay, MARSEC level 1 is just normal operation, yeah?
Correct?
And MARSEC level 2 is already medium risk. It's already increase the security procedures according to ship security plan.
Yes.
And
for example, for visitors, what else you check?
for visitors,
Not only that, you check the ID, obviously,
yeah,
but what else?
to check luggage more thoroughly.
Bravo.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yes. So, for example, on level 1, maybe you check 1 in 10 or 1
Yeah.
in 20, depends on this. But on level 2, automatic, this maybe depend on the plan, can be 1 into 3 or even each and every one. Okay. What do you understand by risk assessment?
What I understand for risk assessment, yeah? No, actually, risk assessment is some structured process where you need to identify hazards, evaluate risks, and implement control measures to reduce the risk level. No, to acceptable to reduce risk to acceptable level, yeah, before starting any job or task.
Okay. Do you ever work with Amos PMS?
Yes, I worked, but as a chief officer.
Do you remember?
As a chief
Little
officer,
bit?
yeah. Or if I want
Yeah.
time open
It was included procurement and
procurement,
management system, or was only the PMS?
also procurement, yeah.
And the management system, I mean the procedures?
Procedures, yes, all included. Yes.
Okay. How do you prepare before that, what is the difference between P&I and hull and machinery?
Так, difference between P&I, hull and machinery. No, hull machinery, its insurance covers only physical damage to the vessel, to vessel structure, some equipment, engine, everything. And look, for example, this collision or something, yeah. So for the vessel, this covered this H&M, and P&I insurance covers in P&I insurance covers like third parties liabilities, like pollution.
Exactly. Pollution, you have a different one, but it's covering other things.
Pollution,
Okay.
damage to third party property, or
Crew also.
also the death of the crew, or some
Damages to the pier, damages to
injury
another.
also to the crew is covered by P&I.
Okay. What do you understand by a short-term certificate?
Short-term certificate.
Sometimes
No, it's
the class is giving you a
short-term. It's valid for 3 months.
That can be 3 months, can be 1 month if they found something.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, how do you prepare the vessel for port stay control?
Yeah. State control. No, actually, this is a continuous process. Yeah. So the vessel should be ready in any time.
All the time.
Yeah, all the time should be ready. Yeah. No, I ensure that all certificates valid, reports accurate. I check logbooks. Equipment is operational. Crew is familiar with their procedures. So.
Very important that the crew also it's familiar
Yeah,
with
sure. The crew should be, check, because this SIRE 2 is mostly human human
Okay.
related
We
systems.
talked about the port state, but yes, you can make together actually. Nowadays it's better to make it for any kind of inspection, flag inspection, port state, SIRE 2.0. So it's very important that not only the equipment is in good state,
Crew is familiar
especially
with procedures,
but the crew is also familiar with the fire drill, boat drill. Now many port state control they do the fire drill,
Yes, correct.
boat drill during their visits if it is expanded inspection. Some ships they are high risk, some ships are not high risk, so some ships they visit every year, some ships they visit every month, every 6 months.
Yeah.
So how do you manage a normal working day on board?
We carry a toolbox meeting.
With whom?
Discuss with the top officers.
Top officer, yes.
Toolbox meeting to discuss the tasks for the day, or which should be done if necessary to make risk assessment, some permits discuss the permits which should be done. Yeah.
I forget to ask you if you have experience with preparing the ship for dry dock.
Yes, I've been in dry dock. Yes, I have experience.
I mean preparation for going to dry dock.
Preparations, нет, you need to.
Yeah.
I mean,
You mean
this cruise
also
yeah,
because preparation, yes,
yeah.
Yeah, it's not only this, but even before that, let's say a few months before, it's a lot of preparation by exchanging information with the technical, how to prepare the vessel, what are the tasks to be done what defects you have.
Defect list, all the tasks which should be done to be prepared.
I'm sorry guys, may I ask you something?
Yes, please.
Konstantin, I believe Florin is saying about the preparation of the dry dock request. This is a very important thing and to be done very correctly with the detailed information provided what needs to be done during the dry docking. Otherwise the people on other side will not understand your request and it will create a lot of the problems then during that period of repair. Right, Florin?
Yeah, I understood, sir. I understood what he mentioned. I understood. So proper.
Absolutely, yes. So it is the dry dock preparation start a few months, 6 months in advance sometime, and like all details should be passed with the correct information, because not only I need the deck seal repair, but you need to specify deck seal size, maker, and blah 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 blah. Or I need supports to be changed or whatever.
Requisition should
be
raised.
Specific
requisitions for each.
And of course, when it's machinery, entire documentation. I mean, not entire, but what it is exactly.
Yeah, because now I have one of my colleagues sitting behind me, and I hear every day how he is struggling with the ship's master, chief officer, and chief engineer, because dry dock requests are sent at let's say very basically, very poor, very poor, and he has again discussed, and just asking them to provide more details to be as much as possible, as accurate, to provide all necessary information that need to be correctly quoted from the yard. Otherwise, because if the request will be very simple and it will be overlooked and it will go like that, then maybe you receive the quotation from the shipyard, so this item will be done, let's say, at the cost of $2,000, but in fact when the ship arrives they say, oh no guys, a lot of the jobs need to access this area for repair or something. All these things finally will be calculated and will go maybe up to 3 times more, and this is very, very critical and very important, and will raise a lot of the
owners will shoot you.
Yes, owners will shoot. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, as I said yesterday, Konstantin, I cannot switch on my camera because that laptop I have temporarily with me, camera is defective. Okay. So this is why I cannot show how much. Yeah, okay.
Anything else, Yuri?
No, thank you, Florin.
I think we'll go ahead, huh?
Okay, sure.
So, we discussed earlier about reporting, which is very important, and what we want from a master. We want that cooperation with the office to be done correctly, in time.
Yeah, good cooperation.
And the most important is that if you have any issue,
not to hide,
even small,
not to hide the issue.
Don't hide it, because this is stupid in a way that after 1 week we find out from third party and we don't know about it. This is one. Secondly, by doing that you will not get any help. So we are not, if you have an issue, just tell. First of all, in the moment you report it, is not anymore only your problem,
Yeah, of course.
and it is people to help, to give advices and so on. Even you know exactly what you have to do, it's better to have some office advice or acknowledgement or confirmation.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, of
So
course.
sometimes can be anything. It can be stupid one, and after we have a problem. Okay?
Yes, sir.
Any question?
No, thank you for this conversation.
Okay. Okay, Constantin, nice to talk with you,
Yes, sir. Nice to talk with me.
and hope to see you around. And you will be officially informed, I don't know if today, but probably Monday, I don't know. It's Friday today, so we have to do some paperwork before we will continue, okay?
Okay, sir. Yeah.
Okay, take care, bye-bye. All the
Bye-bye.
best.
All the best.
Yuri, I will send you the checklist later.
Yeah, okay.
Bye now.
Окей, bye.
Да.
Да, всего хорошего.
До свидания, Юрий. All the best.